This is the third video in the parent education series. So far we've talked about the equipment that you need, essential equipment first of all, and then your decision about the commitment to do this. And I know that it sometimes scares people off when I'm that clear and blunt about the parenting style needed, but it is really important that you know that and that you decide on that before you waste your time and your money. So and the teacher's time and money. So it's really important to be clear. It does not matter if you know anything about music or piano. In fact, it is better that you don't. Then you will learn exactly as your child will learn, and you will listen exactly to your teacher. So I'm usually really the best success, and I'm the most happiest when parents don't know anything and they just learn and listen as we go. It is a different method than traditional method for sure. I learned traditionally, classically trained, but I studied, as a teacher, decided on the Suzuki method for a few reasons, and I thought I would just tell you about that first. I started teaching traditionally when I was just out of university, and I was doing I'd done it actually even before that, but as a profession, I started in my early 20s, and I was not happy with the success I was having with students in the traditional method, and I looked around. In fact, my mother was teaching Suzuki piano at that point. We're just finishing up, and I didn't really honestly know much about it because I was younger, and as a teenager, she was starting it when I was a teenager. I didn't really pay much attention. Then I noticed as I started myself that my students were not playing anything like what I'd heard in my own mom's studio in my home. And that made me curious. Why were these kids playing musically, so easily, so successfully, and so advanced at such a young age? So that really intrigued me, and that's why I started to look deeper into Suzuki method, started to observe other teachers, started to just really research it and do some work. And what I really, as a teacher, also pedagogically, what I liked about it was that there was clear steps and clear courses to take to gain my accreditation within the Suzuki world. So I just started on that journey. Then I started to teach beginners only in Suzuki, and then I just ended up, that's all I did. I just really, the method made total sense to me. I was also a new mom when I started, and as a mom, being involved in your children's education, whatever it is, made sense to me. And so that involvement of a parent is crucial and probably the crux to this method working so well if everybody understands everything. So it's a triangular method of success: parent, teacher, child. And when that all those parts of the triangle are working and everybody understands their role, it's pretty hard to fail. So I think that the parent education component is so important because if the parent does not understand everything uh, in the beginning and before you start and as you begin, it's a lot harder to manage this method. The parent involvement is what makes this work. When you're starting, especially with young children, the parent involvement, the parent being at the lesson, the parent helping every day at home, understanding everything, is why it works, and is why the children were playing so well at such a young age. And that is what is pretty amazing. Watching that, knowing like wow, how they're playing so well and at so advanced stages is because of the parent involvement. And because they're learning by ear, which is also the thing that intrigued me as a parent. We learn our language by ear. We learn our language because it's around us, in our environment, spoken to us a lot every day, and that is exactly how the Suzuki method works. The music must be surrounding their environment, saturating their environment so that they hear it all the time, and that's how they learn. They learn to read after they can play, as we learn to read after we speak quite fluently, and makes so much sense. And then the theoretical components of the music, understanding it, come later as we mature, as the child matures, and as their playing matures. And things just work better that way because they're already quite fluent in their playing ability. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I'm trying to keep these short and sweet. There's just more food for thought, and the next time we'll talk a little bit more about the actual the busyness of parents actually is one big topic, and the actual practice at home and what you need to know.